Full training is back. The squad is back. Let's get into it. So on this absolutely gloomy, wet, miserable, actually not too miserable, it's not too bad, it's just drizzling a little bit day. The full squad was back training today. Absolutely great to see, good vibes all around. The only three players that I didn't see training, and there might have been, I'm pretty sure it was only these three, was Frampton, Cochrane, and Brody Mychek. So apparently Frampton and Cochrane went for some sort of scans, I'm not too sure. Mychek was there, but he was inside for most of it. Geordie was back, which is amazing. He was running laps around the AIA Centre at the start, but then he went inside, so he didn't do full squad training, but he's back. He's ready to go. He looks lean and mean. Now, that's probably got something to do with the fact that, you know, he has those groin issues, has those hamstring issues, so maybe he needed to lose like a little bit of muscle, a little bit of weight to kind of take the stress off, which usually tends to happen with these sort of injuries. So maybe when he was in Doha, that's what they were saying to him. Obviously, we're not in the know at the moment, but that could be it. But he looks lean, so maybe he's gotten, you know, a little bit quicker. That could be something that we're sort of looking at with Geordie, which would be very nice. That explosiveness, he's already pretty explosive, but if he could just get a little bit quicker, more explosive, we would be dangerous, because we need a fit Daicii in 2025 to be any chance of our second flag in 3 years. Before we go on, Swoop jumpers are still available. I know it's spring and coming into summer, but it's raining all week. So get a Swoop jumper, because I am so, look at this, I am so warm in this jumper next to, what? Is this the Yarra? I think it's the Yarra, right? I don't even know Melbourne. Send me back to Europe, please. But you can get these, the merch is down below, or just message me and I'll send them all out this week. There's about 22 jumpers left, so get in there while you still can. So regarding the training just in general, it was just nice to see everybody out there. Like I said, good vibes. The Daicii are back. New haircut for Nick Daicos, which everyone has sort of seen. Jamie Elliott was back. He's shaven his head off. So that's Jamie Elliott's first appearance, as well as the Daicii, but we know they were in the States. That's Jamie Elliott's first appearance this training block. So obviously at the start it was years 1 to 4, and then there were some senior players sort of going through it and stuff like that. But now everybody's back. Jamie looks fit as well. He's on his last year of his contract, so we don't know what's going on with him, but he looks good. Doesn't look like he's lost a step. And like I said, all the boys look so lean. They look, I don't know, like I don't know what it is, and maybe, you know, slap me around a little bit, but it could be that they've come back with this, you know, this sort of, obviously with the hunger, but they look leaner, they look fitter, and they're just ready to attack the 2025 season. And that's what I love about pre-season, and that's why I feel privileged that I get to, you know, one, share it with you guys, you know, my thoughts and the training sessions and stuff like that, but two, that I actually get to go there now and check them all out, because it's getting me geared up. Let me tell you, I am chomping at the bit for football. Comes back in 3 months, in March. There'll be some practice matches. There's an open day coming up I think it's in a couple of weeks. So they're looking good, and I am very, very excited. Couple things that I wanted to point out that I sort of noticed. I was trying to move my way around the ground so I can kind of see different sort of sections of players and what they're sort of doing, the forward lines, the back lines and stuff. In the forward line, Membry and McStay, who were the senior guys up there, they were really taking charge of that whole thing. Towards the end, like right at the end when all the training sort of had finished, and they were going into the centre to sort of shake their hands and stuff like that, McStay and Membry stayed with the forward group and were sort of coaching them how to sort of stand and stuff like that. And obviously you've got Charlie West, the new kid there, and Will Hayes as well. So they're the two new kids that were training with the forward line, so they're trying to learn off them as well. So that was cool to see that Membry, who is a leader now, he's just obviously come from St Kilda, new player, but he's a leader in his own right, with McStay, who's only been there at the club for 1 year, 2023, right? A year or two. So good to see that as well. So we're really sound in that forward line. Add Mychek in there, and we are absolutely laughing. One of the drills as well that they were doing was, you know, coming off the wing, hitting someone up that was leading half forward, and then going deeper in. Now, I know we did a little bit of this last season, but I think they're trying to do it more where those balls have to be 25, 30 meters deep in. And if you don't mark that ball in that 25 to 30 meter range, you're trying to hit a target that is in that range. Maybe it has something to do with our accuracy, which wasn't too good last season. So, they're just trying to pepper the goals, get it closer to goal, and make a goal opportunity a goal instead of, you're kicking from 45 and hitting points and stuff like that. While we're talking about the new kids, like I said, Cochrane wasn't there, but Hayes and West were. They were training predominantly with the forwards. And it was great to see, Hayes got a lot of the ball. West looks big. And as a forward coming in, and you're learning from McStay, you're learning from Membry, you're going to be learning from Cox, Myercheck. That's a really, really good for his development. And I can't wait to see where he goes in the VFL, like how far he can go. And with Hayes as well, he looks really, really quick. So think of him as like, I don't know, maybe like a Joe Richards 2.0. So he's got a big tank. I know he was a winger when he came in. He's a new kid. We've got a lot on the wing at the moment. So they're probably going to train him as a small forward, pushing into that wing in the VFL, you would think. But when he does eventually come into the senior team, whenever that is, next year or the year after, I think he's going to be that dynamic small forward that we need, because with Joe Richards not being there, Harvey Harrison not being there this year, we need that extra small forward, and Hayes can be that guy. Other than that, they did most of their work inside at the start because they didn't get on till 12:45. It's usually 11 o'clock on a Monday, but they didn't get into 12:45 onto the ground. So they did most of their work inside. So when they were training, it wasn't any sort of, again, it's like a fundamental, Mondays are like a fundamental day. So there wasn't really much full ground stuff. You probably see that later in the week, maybe Tuesday, but most probably on Friday. That'll be the main training session. So that's going to be interesting to see. Right at the end of training though, they did for about maybe, 5 to 10 minutes, they did this mindfulness thing where Jackie Lauder, our club psychologist, got everyone into the center. They were like holding their chest and their stomach and doing lots of breathing work, which was really nice to see. I love that mindfulness sort of stuff and, looking after mental health, and, I'm all about that stuff. Scott Pendlebury in his presser afterwards said that that's nothing new. They do that a lot inside. They just moved it to the full ground today, and then we got to sort of be in that inner sanctum and sort of watch that, which was, I thought it was beautiful. One more thing that I did want to mention is that in Scott Pendlebury's presser, and you'll probably see it when it pops up, is that he's doing a lot more coaching with the midfield group this season. So with the midfield coaches, he was saying that that's something that he talked to Fly about wanting to coach a little bit more. Obviously, he's coaching for Halesbury. I think that's the team that he's coaching for. And so he's going to be coaching a lot more. Maybe not like, you're not going to see it during game day and stuff, obviously, but behind the scenes on the down days, he's going to step up and do a lot more midfield coaching, which is interesting because I want Pendles to be our next coach. I don't think it's going to happen, but I want Pendles to be our next coach. But look, guys, just a nice, easy session today. It was just good to have everyone there, and the vibes were immaculate. I'm all about those vibes, and the vibes were just chef's kiss. Very good to see. Let me know who you want me to really zone in on tomorrow. It'll probably be the Daicii, it'll probably be the new kids, and when we go back to sort of regular programming, when I am doing more player watches. But let me know your thoughts down below. Anyway, but until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.